when you first started talking about this, and I think most churches, they're comfortable asking for people to give from cash because it's
Mhm.
akin to a tithe.
Yes.
They look for a percentage of income gift. Would you say, and I know you are very eloquent in how you teach this, but what would you say the biblical reference is for asking or teaching people to give from assets rather than just cash?
Yeah, well, let's take a look at those again. So let me pull those back up on the screen. And so some of the things that we see here, and actually, we could get into a deeper dive. There's certainly, when we're looking in the Old Testament, building of the temple, what did they bring? They brought these non-cash assets that were brought together to build the temple. But even in the New Testament here, we do see specifically that we're getting these gifts from wealth, not gifts of disposable income. And we see that in gifts of land, gifts of houses. Those are gifts of wealth. And when we look at this now again, I'm this huge fan of 1 Timothy 6:17 through 19. So this is where Paul's going through instructing Timothy about special ministries to younger widows and older widows and younger men and older men. And he says, here's a special ministry to the rich, right? Those who have, so rich is not income. People get confused with that. You can have a really high income and not be wealthy at all. You can have really high income and have negative net worth, right? Conversely, a lot of people with really high wealth, they don't have much reportable income, right? That's just sort of growing in its value. Those are two completely different concepts. And notice when he's giving instruction on this special ministry to the rich, and this is a ministry of encouraging generosity. This is a ministry of fundraising. How many times, just in case you didn't get it the first time, how many times he uses the word for accumulated wealth? This is not income. This is a pile of stuff, riches, treasures, something that you've stored up. All right. And the cool thing is, I know this is three sentences in the English. In the Greek, it's just one sentence. And in one sentence, 6 or 7 times, depending upon which how you want to interpret it, Paul is using this word for wealth. We're talking about the donor's wealth. We're talking to the donor about their use of their wealth and how they can convert that wealth into a different kind of wealth, right? And so that they can become rich in good works. And so the thing is that I think that we are super hesitant to talk about the donor's wealth, right? Like, we're fine to, ask for the small gift, but we're not fine to do this ministry where we talk to those who are wealthy about their wealth, about what to do with their wealth, about putting it to work. And this, of course, is where, as you mentioned at the beginning, David, the idea comes from that we don't, in this ministry, we don't ask people for money. We ask people to do things that cost money. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what Paul is instructing Timothy to do here. We're going to instruct them to do good, to be rich in good works. That is the instruction that we give. Now, these things cost money, but what we're asking for is we're asking them to do something that costs money, which is slightly different than just asking them for money.